What's good, everybody? It's your boy DJ Medi Major Man back again. For those listening to the podcast version of this, welcome back. It's been a while. I want to call it 7 long years since I did this. Now, for those who was listening, I had some haters. I don't know if I ever gave you that story, but long story short, I was doing the mixes, I was doing the talking episodes, commentaries, and somebody reported my mixes. It told the audio app that I used to record told me who it was, but that's neither here nor there. We back now. And I know I've been putting it off for a long time, but we're back now. Right? So shout out to everybody on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe. Man, I've been trying to be quiet about this. I've been trying to sit this one out. Shout out to everybody in the DJ Medi Reacts channel. Shout out to everybody back on this channel. But I had to say something. I had to speak. At the time of me recording this, I want to say Kendrick, or as some have affectionately called him, K. Dottenheimer, has dropped Not Like Us. And to say this is, so for those who are living under a rock, Drake and Kendrick Lamar have been training jabs back and forth. Those jabs started to become haymakers yesterday evening, early this morning. And then out of nowhere, approximately almost an hour ago, Kendrick decides to do this. Now, for the sake of copyrights, I'm not playing it. And then I say that and it proceeds to start playing. But as you can see, there are levels to this. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm going to assume this is Drake's residence in Toronto. That's an assumption. I haven't done all the research to figure that out. This is just an assumption. I don't understand the marks of I don't know if that's where everybody is precisely living in his household, within his entourage. But this is diabolical. Now, as I sat back and listened to this, first of all, let's be clear. Kendrick Lamar is up and it's not close. And all you droopy groupies, Drake groupies that want to come out of the woodwork, this is what hip hop is. The reason why I decided to come back from a 7-year podcast hiatus, trust me, I was one of the first ones to do. I was doing it before COVID. Let's be clear. Go check the resume. I was doing this, right? I barely made it 50 episodes before I got, but I was out here. For the ones who are understanding why I didn't, because hip hop gave me nothing. Now, if anybody knows me, I adore confrontation. I do. And I think there's different types of confrontation. There's constructive and destructive confrontation. This is a clearly example of destructive confrontation. Not to mention, I'm in a space where I grew up. I'm an avid rap battle watcher. Like I grew up, like I remember Meek Mill, who I'm about to make a point on in a second, when he was coming up through the trenches of Philadelphia. I remember guys like Frankie with the Grippers gone, Reed Dollars. I remember that era, the Two Raw for the Streets era. I remember the early Smack camcorder era. All this stuff now, all the glitz and glamour, I was there when they was just doing it in a barbershop or a random store in Harlem. or maybe a random block party somewhere in New York City. I'm from that era. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. I grew up with Nas and Jay Z. I wasn't that old when Pac and Biggie happened, but I'm aware. I'm aware. And so I've grown to learn that there's a nuance that comes with rap beef. I was in the chokehold for 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Are you kidding me? Are we really doing this right now? Some of y'all were barely infants. And that's not a slight to you. I'm just being honest. So I understand that when you got in a booth and you lyrically want to kill a man, like that man had only a very few options afterwards, right? Some of these options I do not agree with. Let's be clear. I like confrontation, but let's not take it to that level, right? We see the extreme with Biggie and Pac, right? That's the extreme. God rest both their souls. I'm from Brooklyn, so you know I had to take that one. Twofold. I've seen when it become not as serious and it kind of just falls off the map, like a Meek Mill and a Drake, right? Still gonna get to that point. Give me a second. Let me cook. The point I'm trying to make is the most unnecessary option was obviously some type of violence, right? But it happens. You get street dudes, make a profit, want to change their lives, and then people are trying to jeopardize that, their credibility, all those things. Yeah, naturally people are gonna gravitate to that. I don't agree with it, but it happens. I don't think this is gonna be a case for either one of these individuals. But this one, let me rewind though. The other one is obviously, gunplay, some type of fist fight, altercation. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so and so got slammed on his neck. Someone got it on, World Star, and it kind of just stops there, right? Like that's where we kind of, that's when we have grown to learn to reach our proverbial climax, no Diddy, in regards to escalation of drama and beef. And then the other one is you just rap, right? You just keep it rap. Now, because of people's public opinion and the way we interpret hip hop and music as a genre in general, we're going to always have discourse about, oh, yeah, well, so and so said this and he cooked him here. Well, he said this and that. So it's never going to really be. So I think that's why people gravitate to drama because it's never going to be clear. But I'm being I'm not trying to be I'm just being very honest here. This is clear. This song, Not Like Us, is what I would consider in a rap battle, rap feud, rap confrontation, whatever you want to call it, rap beef. This is to me, the equivalent of back to back. For one, he went and got DJ Mustard on the song. DJ Mustard DJ Mustard had a run that people forget about. For me as a DJ, I loved it because it sounded like every song he made, I want to say like 2013, 2014, 2015, every song he made had very similar style. But man, I could go for 30, 45 minutes in the club off of Mustard Beats. Are you kidding me? Oh, it was. I may not have liked it, but at the time, you had to be there. You had to be there. Anywho, when Back to Back dropped, Meek had some responses, but they just weren't. It was equivalent to Quavo to Chris Brown. It wasn't like this is. It was like, that's cool. But Drake, though, and that's, as we know on record, the only rapper that he really tried to go back and forth with. Common, no smoke. Pusha T, no smoke. Up until now. So I sit in this very weird space when it comes to Kendrick because I really feel like now he's at a point where this is going to get played in the club. Let's be clear. I want you to understand this. This is going to get played in a club. This song is a bop. That must be. And then the audio tag. So shout out to everybody who did the investigative work. And he came out and said that Alchemist, who is one of my favorite, one of my Hold You Down by Mobb Deep, got to be one of my top 15 favorite beats of all times. Let's be clear. That beat was one of the best beats to, and if you could rap, you could freestyle on that beat, to me, you're certified. Any beat that came out in the early 2000s, mid 2000s that had like a vocal like iteration within the beat, like a oh boy, like a hold you down, and you could rap with it and include it in the bars you had, you were certified nice to me. You went to the radio station and you could spit on that, you were certified nice to me. I'll get back to the radio station in a second. Let me digress. This is they're gonna play. This is gonna be on all summer. I want to make that very clear, Drake. I want to make this outstandingly clear. This will be on all summer. It's May. It's May 4th. Shout out to the Star Wars nerds. I ain't got to finish that one. It's May 4th. They're playing this all summer. Vegas, Atlanta, like it, I said it. I said it to some people I talked to, man. A small group of guys, that we have like interest in sports teams. This is called slow burn. This is a slow burn. On top of the fact that he didn't even let your last diss breathe. Family Matters couldn't breathe before he immediately responded within what I think it said 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, to as long as an hour. I don't know the exact. With Meet the Grams, which was already like, bro, he's down already. He's down. He's down. You don't have to keep hitting him. He's down, bro. He's down. Nah, I'm not done. At this point, his next album might be an entirely Drake, like, this album. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Drake dropped back to back and they played that in the club. They were playing it in nightclubs and people was dancing to it. What do you think about to happen with this? And here's the crazy part. When's the last time you really heard, and you can't say N95 because I wouldn't call it that. That was kind of a weird situation where it's like he was making light of the fact that we were stuck in masks for 2 years almost. People played it in the club, but when the last time that Kendrick dropped a bang, like a bop, like something you could dance to from him? His whole album, Mr. Morales and the Big Step, which I call a masterpiece, a work of art, was about dealing with trauma from childhood to therapy, seeking like that's what makes this diss so much. All these disses so much more nasty is because this is a man who's been through therapy, who's went through that mental work. Shout out to Mental Health Awareness Month this month if you didn't know. And he's able to come out here and to tap and dig into those scarred over wounds to be like, no, you just woke up a demon, like the demon's home. What? That's scary. I heard people saying, like, shout out to the diminished chords. For those who know music, you know what I'm talking about. The diminished chords samples used on Meet the Grams got people spooked out here. People are saying like rituals and praying after listening to Meet the Grams. Are you serious right now? Then he comes back the next day, not even 12 hours, not even 24 hours. Panya Head Top, another one. No Diddy. Panya Head Top, another one. And this one's a bop. It's up. It's going to be a long summer, and I can't wait. I can't wait. Thank you for listening, man. Make sure you like, subscribe. Let's get me to 50 followers on I'm posting these on both channels. Let's get me to 50 followers. Let's get me 100 on the other one. What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's get into it, man. DJ Medi Major. If you think I'm out here looking like Drake right now, trust me, I'm not. Please understand. We good.